Good morning to all. My name is Nageshwar Rao, lecturer in chemistry, Aditya Degree College, Sorambalam. So I will be teaching chemistry in your syllabus. So first of all, today I am going to explain this syllabus. So in your first semester, there are 5 units. So these are first one. First unit is P block elements. And the second unit is again P block elements. So both the units from inorganic chemistry, and in your first unit P block elements, it contains 13th group, 14th group and 15th group elements, whereas in the second unit it is having 16 as well as 17th group elements. And also there is one more chapter in your second unit, that is organometallic compounds. Organometallic compounds. So both the units from inorganic chemistry. And third unit is organic chemistry, that is structural theory. Structural theory in organic chemistry. And the fourth unit is acyclic compounds. And last unit is benzene and its reactivity. Benzene and its reactivity. So these are the total units in your first semester syllabus. First unit is P block elements, second unit is P block elements as well as organometallic compounds, and third unit is structural theory in organic chemistry, and fourth one is acyclic compounds, and fifth unit is benzene and its reactivity. So today I am going to explain first unit in your syllabus, that is P block elements. So unit number 1. That is P block elements. So what is P block elements? So our periodic table contains nearly 118 elements. All these elements are classified into several groups, that is nothing but nearly 18 groups, and also 7 periods. So this is the long form of our periodic table. It contains 18 groups and 7 periods. Now P block elements. So what elements are known as P block elements? If suppose any element in which the outer electron is enter into p orbital, then that element is known as p orbital element or P block element. If suppose boron. So what is the atomic number of boron? Boron atomic number is 5. So it is having atomic number 5. What is atomic number? Atomic number means total number of protons or electrons present in the nuclei is known as atomic number. So here boron is atomic number 5, it means it is having 5 electrons. Therefore the electronic configuration of boron is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p1. So this is the last electron. So this last electron enter into p orbital, that is why boron is known as a P block element. Therefore, the definition for p block element is those elements in which the last electron or outer electron is enter into p orbital, then it is known as a p block element. So here boron having 5 atomic number, that means it is having 5 electrons and configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Therefore, this last electron enter into p orbital. Therefore, boron is a p block element. Next, for second example, carbon. So what is the atomic number of carbon? Carbon is 6, and then electronic configuration, and also it is having totally 6 electrons. It is having 6 electrons, and hence electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, and it is 2p2 because totally 6 electrons. And also this last electron is again enter into p orbital. So p orbitals are 3 subcells. So this one, this is p1 and this is for p2. So this is simply nothing but px orbital, this is py orbital, and this is pz orbital. Anyway, here last electron is enter into py orbital, that is p orbital. That is why carbon is also a p block element. Next, oxygen. So before oxygen, atomic number 7 element is nitrogen. So nitrogen atomic number is 7, hence it is having 7 electrons totally, and electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, and 2p3. In this nitrogen also last electron is enter into p orbital. Therefore, nitrogen is also example for p block element. So first one is boron, next carbon, and then nitrogen. Next again for oxygen, atomic number is 8. Atomic number is 8. Therefore, it is having 8 electrons. Hence, electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, and it is 2p4. Again, last electron is enter into p orbital. Therefore, oxygen is also a p block element. It is also a p block element. Next example is halogens, that is carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. Fluorine having atomic number 9 and hence having 9 electrons. Therefore, configuration is 1s2, 2s2, and it is 2p5. So last electron into p orbital. Therefore, fluorine is also p block element. And last example is, so next example, fluorine. So fluorine is having atomic number 9. Therefore, there are 9 electrons and the configuration is 1s2, 2s2, and అవేంటి సార్ అలా వచ్చి So electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p5. Therefore, last electron is enter into p orbital. That is why fluorine is also example for p block element. And last example is neon. So neon having atomic number 10 and hence configuration is 1s2, 2s2, and 2p6. So here last electron is enter into p orbital. Therefore, all these are examples for p block elements. So totally boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, and neon. So there are 6 groups. This group is nothing but 13th group, and this is 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18th group. All these are examples for p block elements. In these elements, outer electron, that is the last electron, is enter into p orbital. Therefore, all these are examples for p block elements. And the general electronic configuration for p block elements is ns2 np 1 to 6. So this is the general electronic configuration of a p block element. So here if it is 1, that is ns2 np1, then it is a 13th group element. If it is 2, that is ns2 np2, it is 14th group element. So like that the general electronic configuration for p block elements is ns2 np1 1 to 6. So where p is orbital and n is principal quantum number. Principal quantum number. So it explains the energy of the orbital. As the principal quantum number increases, the energy of the orbital is also increases. So for boron, electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. Therefore, electron is enter into p orbital, and from last element, that is neon, configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Therefore, here completely filled electrons. So electron is enter into p block element, then it is a p block elements. Now general electronic configuration is ns2 np6. So comparing all elements, neon is having ns2 np6 configuration. Therefore all the orbitals are completely filled, whereas in the case of remaining element at least there is one empty orbital, but here both s orbital as well as p orbital are completely filled with electrons. Therefore neon is known as inert gas. This is a inert gas, that is 18th group element. In remaining elements there is at least one empty p orbital is there, and these are all having a similar properties. And now explanation for first group, that is 13th group elements. 13th group element. These are simply written as third A group elements. Third A group elements. So in our periodic table, first group and second group both are S block elements. S block elements, because here last electron is enter into s orbital. If suppose hydrogen, atomic number is 1, therefore electronic configuration is 1s1. So in the first group element, last electron enter into s orbital, therefore it is a s block element. Suppose lithium, atomic number is 3, therefore configuration is 1s2 1s2 2s1. Therefore here again last electron enter into s orbital, therefore this is also a s block elements. Therefore first group as well as second group both are s block elements. Next from third group or simply 13th group to or 18th group are known as p block elements. Now elements of 13th group. So there are totally 5 elements in 13th group. These are, first one is boron, second one is aluminum, third one is gallium, fourth one is indium, and last one is thallium. So write the names. Boron, this is aluminum, this is gallium, indium, and finally thallium. All these 5 elements are known as boron family or 13th group elements. So in which the last electron is enter into p block elements as boron. So boron electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, and this is 2p1. Next one is aluminum. So for aluminum electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p1, 3s2, 3p1. Therefore, boron having atomic number is 5, and then what is the atomic number of aluminum? That is given by magic numbers. So what are the magic numbers? 2, 8, 18, 18, 32. These are known as magic numbers. These numbers are used to determine atomic number of nest element present in a group. Suppose boron having a 5 atomic number, then nest element atomic number is 5 plus 8, that is equal to 13. Therefore, aluminum atomic number is 13. Similarly, for nest element, so what is the nest element? Boron, aluminum, gallium. So for gallium, nest atomic number is 13 plus 18, that is 31. Therefore, gallium atomic number is 31. Similarly, for next one, so again 18, 31 plus 18, that is 49. Therefore, atomic number of indium is 49. And finally, 49 plus 32, that is 81. So 81 is the atomic number for thallium. So this is 81. All these atomic numbers are determined by using magic numbers. These are 2, 8, 18, 18 and 32. So for boron it is 5, that is more than 2, that is why 5 is added with 8 only, then you get 13, that is the atomic number for aluminum, and again for gallium, thallium and indium. Now configurations, electronic configurations. So for boron, atomic number is 5 and electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p1. This is simply written in terms of inert gases, that is helium. So what is the configuration for helium? That is 1s2, because atomic number is 2, there are only 2 electrons, the configuration is 1s2. Now remaining configuration is simply written as 2s2 and 2p1. So the simple electronic configuration for boron is 2s2, 2p1. Similarly, aluminum, it is 13. So configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 6 to 2. So total 10. So there are remaining 3 electrons. So next one is 3s2, 3p1. So totally 13 electrons. So this configuration is written in terms of next noble gas. So helium, that is neon. Neon having atomic number 10. So totally 2 plus 2 plus 6. So this is the configuration for neon. Then next configuration is 3s2, 3p1. So for boron, configuration is helium 2s2, 2p1. Similarly for aluminum, configuration is neon 3s2, 3p1. And now gallium. So for gallium, configuration is in terms of noble gas. So helium, neon, next one is argon. So argon 4s2, 4p1. Argon 4s2, 4p1. Next one, indium. So for indium, electronic configuration is helium, neon, argon, krypton. So this is the next noble gas. Therefore, krypton 5s2, 5p1. (5s2, 5p1). And last one is thallium, Tl, and the configuration is xenon 6s2, 6p1. 6s2, 6p1. So in all these, last electron is enter into p orbital, and also there is only one p orbital and 2 electrons in s orbital, so totally 3 electrons. That is why this is also nothing but 13th group elements. So here p electron is entered into last p orbital or only in p orbital. Therefore these are all the examples for p block elements. All these are present in a single group having same electronic configuration. So what is the general configuration here? ns2 np1, only one electron is there in all p orbitals. Therefore the general electronic configuration for 13th group element is ns2 np1. Next one is properties, physical properties of elements. Physical properties. So what are the physical properties of 13th group elements or boron family? So all these elements having a general electronic configuration ns2 np1. So all are having same configuration. Therefore the physical properties of all these elements are nearly equal. So all are having same physical properties. This is due to presence of same electronic configuration, but there are some deviations are there, that is due to presence of phenoltimate cell. So phenoltimate cell means last but one cell. So here 6s2 6p1, so outer electron configuration is 6s2 6p1. Therefore here 6 is the outer electronic configuration where n is 6, that is principal quantum number. So before 6 there is a 5d, so in 5d there are 5f orbital and also 5d orbitals. But in the case of boron there is no d orbital as well as there is no f orbital. Only for boron it is 1s2, 2s2 and 2p1. So here phenoltimate cell is having only s orbitals, whereas in the case of lower elements having both d orbitals as well as f orbitals. Therefore there are some deviations in their properties due to presence of both f and d orbitals, but there are similar properties, that is due to presence of general electronic configuration ns2 np1. Now what are the properties? So first property is atomic size. First one is atomic size. So what happened in atomic size from top to bottom in a 13th group element or boron family? So the elements are boron, aluminum, gallium, indium and thallium. So these are the elements. Now what happened from boron to thallium? Atomic radius. So atomic radius means atomic size. So in a periodic table from top to bottom atomic size is always increases. That is why atomic radius is also increases. Increases from top to bottom. Top to bottom. It means boron is having very small size, whereas thallium having large size. So size of atom is increases from top to bottom. This is small size, it is increases, again increases like this. So from top to bottom atomic size is increases, that is due to increase in electron numbers as well as proton numbers. So that is the first property, that is atomic size. So from top to bottom atomic size is increases, atomic size or atomic radius. Next, second property. Second property is metallic nature. Metallic nature. So what happened from top to bottom? Metallic nature. So in the third group element boron is a non-metal. It is completely non-metal. and aluminum is a best metal and a conductor. It is a metal. Therefore, metallic nature in 13th group element is increases from top to bottom. So, boron is, it is non-metal. Boron is non-metal, whereas metallic nature is increases. All are metals, in which aluminum is the best metal in boron family. So, out of all these, aluminum is the best metal. And then third character. So, third character is oxidation number. Oxidation number. Oxidation number. So, all these elements having general configuration NS2 NP1. So, it means outer shell consists of 3 electrons. If there is a loss of this electron, then all electrons or elements having +1 electronic configuration and +1 oxidation state. Whenever these 2 electrons are removing from the metal element, then it is having totally 1 + 2, it is +3 oxidation state. Therefore, the general electronic configuration for 13th group elements is, first one is +1 and also +3. In general, boron always forms a +3 oxidation state. If suppose BOH thrice, BOH thrice. So, in this case, boron is having +3 oxidation state and OH minus charge. Therefore, boron is always present in +3 oxidation state, whereas from top to bottom the +1 electronic configuration is stable. It means thallium forms only +1 configuration or +1 oxidation state, as well as aluminum. Aluminum forms +3 as a stable oxidation state. Therefore, +1 oxidation state is increases from top to bottom, and this is the most stable electronic configuration and also oxidation state of thallium. So, this is the third property. So, that is oxidation number. In general, 13th group elements forms +1 and +3 oxidation state, in which boron forms only +3 complexes, whereas thallium forms +1 oxidation state. And next, fourth property. Fourth property is electropositivity. Electropositivity. So, electropositivity means if suppose aluminum in neutral charge converted into Al plus 3 electrons. So, what does it mean? An element is converted into positively charged ion. That is nothing but it is a metal. That is why it lost 3 electrons. Therefore, as the metallic character increases, its electropositivity is also increases. Positivity is also increases. So, aluminum is the best metal, that is why electropositivity is more for aluminum, and it is increases from top to bottom in a periodic table or in a group. And next one is ionization energy. Ionization energy. So, what is ionization energy? The amount of energy required for the removing of one electron is known as ionization energy. In the case of 13th group elements, first one boron is having very small size, whereas last element thallium is having very large size. Now, the amount of energy to remove one electron is nothing but ionization energy. So, here this is very small charge, hence it is very tough to remove one electron from the small sized nuclei, whereas here one electron is easily removed from the largely sized thallium. Therefore, ionization energy is always decreases from top to bottom in a group. That is, boron having highest ionization energy compared to aluminum, whereas aluminum having highest electron ionization energy compared to next gallium, indium as well as thallium, and this is the least ionization energy. So this is the fifth property, that is ionization energy. Then sixth one is formation of ionic compounds, formation of ionic bonds or compounds. So according to Fazan's rule, what is this rule? Fazan's rule in your chemical bonding in your intermediate. So according to Fazan's rule, a covalent bond is always takes place in a ionic compound in which small sized cation and large sized anion. So this is the condition for formation of a covalent bond. If the cation size is small and anion size is large, then it forms a covalent bond. Now for ionic bond, the condition is reverse, that is large sized cation and small sized anion. So these are the required conditions for ionic bond. And these are the conditions for covalent bond. If suppose any element having large size cation, then it forms ionic bond. So in our elements, boron is the small sized element and thallium is large sized element. So our condition is large sized cation. So here thallium plus 1 is very large sized cation. Therefore ionic bond formation is always increases from boron to thallium in this group. That is due to there is a increase in size of the cation or decrease in size of the anion, and hence ionic bond formation is always increases from top to bottom in a periodic table or in a group. And next property is electronegativity. En. So what is electronegativity? Electronegativity is nothing but the tendency of element to attract electron towards itself is known as electronegativity. So in entire periodic table, fluorine is the best electronegative element because it attracts electron density towards itself from any atom. If suppose HF, hydrogen fluoride, in this hydrogen fluoride, this is more electronegativity element, it attracts electron from hydrogen. That is why hydrogen is converted into H plus and fluorine is converted into F minus. So it attracts electrons from hydrogen. That is nothing but electronegativity. Now what happened in 13th group elements from top to bottom? So in general, from top to bottom, fluorine, in the case of halogens, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine. So this is the best electronegative element, and from top to bottom electronegativity is decreases. Therefore in these examples, boron having highest electronegativity, and thallium having least electronegativity, and hence from top to bottom electronegativity is decreases. From top to bottom. So boron is the highest electronegativity element, and next aluminum is the next least one, and last one is thallium. So this is having very least electronegativity. So these are the physical properties in the case of 13th group element. So first property is atomic size. It is increases from top to bottom, and second one is metallic nature. So metallic nature is also increases. So first element is the boron, that is non-metal, whereas from boron to thallium metallic nature is increases, and aluminum is the best metal. And third one is oxidation number. So basing on electronic configuration, it is having NS2 NP1 configuration. So there are 3 electrons in outer shell configuration. Therefore, the general oxidation number for this family is +1 and also +3. So +1 is only for thallium, and the remaining elements almost exhibit +1 as well as +3. In this, boron is only +3 oxidation state. And next, fourth one is electropositivity, that is nothing but it is easily converted into Al+3. So it is neutrally charged aluminum converted into Al+3. It means its electropositivity is increases from top to bottom. And next one, ionization energy. So that is amount of energy required to remove one electron from the element. So here from top to bottom size increases, that is why ionization energy is decreases. And sixth one is formation of a ionic bond, that is based on the size of the cation as well as size of the anion. So from this, boron is having small size, therefore it forms ionic compound. And next one, electronegativity, it is increases from top to bottom. So next one is 14th group elements. I will discuss later. My section is completed today. So thank you.